podcast today. Oh, and I'm gonna connect to Chatty so I can see if anyone when anyone joins or chats. I just set up a noiseless mic this morning, which is pretty fun. I use a software. I just heard about this 10 minutes ago, but it's called Crisp.ai. Um, and they just run your voice through their algorithm and remove the background noise. It's pretty great. If it works today, then I'm probably going to use it going forward. It's only $5 a month, so it's not too expensive. So it feels pretty good. Yeah, I mean, $5 a month does add up, but I have a bunch of background noise going on right here, right now. I have a fan, I have an air conditioner. Um, yeah, so it's just going to be tough to stay focused. Um, okay, cool. So I was thinking, yeah, I'm probably not going to work on my CSS framework this morning. Um, I'm probably going to focus on Dev RPG. And so let's get, where do I have that? Here, here's where I have a cover for that. Academy Impossible and Violets TV, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I have an OG image. I don't have a Twitter image for it yet, but if we zoom in here, this looks pretty good to me. I think we can just modify this for the Twitter image. And yeah, so today, yeah, let's just make a like to do for this. So we're just gonna say, yeah, let's make a new folder. We're just gonna call this to dos. I like having these organized by day because I don't like being obligated to continue working on whatever I was working on the day before. So we're going to say to do 8:11 dot text. And this is just going to be for the live stream. So it's going to be like the next hour and a half, what we're going to work on. So I'm not too concerned about social media images. It would be good to have them, but we're not like launching the podcast tomorrow. We're not, I mean, we can talk about it a little bit, right? But we're not like, what do you call it? We're not like launching the first episode tomorrow. We're recording the first episode tomorrow. So I do probably want to make a couple of posts about that. I'll probably make one about like what I accomplished today. So let's say we're gonna tweet what I accomplished today, and then we're gonna tweet tomorrow. I think before recording, yeah, before recording, with a video of what I'm planning, and then we're gonna tweet after recording um, with I think we can do another video. I like videos. After recording with a video about how it went, about how the first episode went. Okay, so we've got tweet, 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 and oh yeah, so then well, we have more after that, but this is we're just planning the next kind of 24 hours or whatever. So we don't need to go into like editing the podcast or anything like that. Or hosting it, right? Because I still haven't chose where to host the podcast. I'm deciding between two places, but we don't need to talk about that now. This is mostly about planning tomorrow the recording. Okay, so we have these tweets. What do we need to do in order to make these tweets successful? And to, I mean, really just to make the podcast successful. I don't like the weather being here. Can I not have the weather, please? Show. Oh my goodness. Get rid of the weather, please. These are this. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Weather. How do I get rid of the weather, dude? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we're stuck with the weather. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine to have the weather there. Let's not get distracted. Okay, so I think I want to have like a plan minute by minute. That's the main thing I would like to have out of this. Um, oh yeah, let's ask the guy what his main challenge is right now. So we can go onto Twitter. Forget his name, but we're gonna see it right here. So Nikhil, hey Nikhil, I'm planning. Oh shit, I didn't mean to send that. I'm not used to typing on this keyboard because I'm usually on a Mac. I'm planning tomorrow's podcast reporting, and I need to know the biggest challenge you're facing right now with your startup slash side project. Okay, cool. Um, cool. We got retweeted by the Build in Public bot. That's nice. It doesn't feel that good, to be honest, to be retweeted by a bot. And then that's all. Like, there's no one else who cares. Okay. But yeah, that's me streaming to, I think, no one right now. So who am I? Oh, I have two viewers. Nice. Chime in if you want to talk. Um, I would love to hear from anyone who's watching about what they're thinking about or what they're doing. Even if you just have me on in the background, a little message would go a long way. Okay, cool. So we've got planning the minute by minute, and I think I want to do this in like 5 minute increments because I have never, I don't know, like I'm not gonna be able to keep a segment below 5 minutes. And we're gonna take a half an hour. Okay. I guess it's gonna have to be 3 minute increments. We're gonna have to try to go fast. Okay, so I think I can do these roles ahead of time if I want to, but it's kind of cooler doing them live. But it does make my job simpler if I do these ahead of time. And then we have the scenarios. I think we want to build out the scenarios a little bit, but this is kind of like a second priority. So we're going to say like first priority, geez, is this one. Second priority is build out more scenarios. Okay. Okay, and we have to explain the rules as well. So part of this, um, so we're gonna say schedule, we're gonna say rules and what you're rewarded for. And this is actually gonna come after they explain what is their startup and what is their main challenge right now. Okay, roll for the level of challenge you'll face. So we're gonna say roll for, and then we're gonna say level of challenge, uh, office, leadership, um, team, funding, and then we're gonna have a discussion a little bit. Okay, actually we're gonna say like choose between 3 startup ideas. startup idea, and the way we're going to decide that is choosing between 3 startup ideas. And then we're going to say success. So success is um, pretty much the opposite of the challenge. Um, we're going to say host decision, probably the opposite of the challenge you're facing. Okay, cool. Delete that. And yeah, let's say this is timeline instead. And we're gonna try to do this pretty quickly. Um, okay. Most questions I think are gonna be open-ended. Two rewinds is like undo a decision you just made. Um, what is that? No, it's not that then. It's like go back to an earlier decision. Two rewinds. What's the difference between an undo and a rewind? Yeah, I guess a rewind is go back to an earlier decision. One undo is like undo a decision you just made and like get an idea of what will happen and why. And then we're just gonna say like 2 power-ups. We're gonna say possible because this is based on if you make a good decision. And we're gonna say these power-ups can be in honesty, fortitude, courage, creativity, or I think we're gonna say honesty, fortitude, courage, creativity, and I think we're gonna say insight. But why isn't kindness here? Let's add kindness. I like kindness being here. Okay, 2 possible power-ups. And we're gonna delete this because it's embedded into the game now. We're gonna say like each decision is open-ended. I really wish I had a um a sand timer, like a 2-minute sand timer. That would be nice to have right now. I could order that on Amazon, but it would not get here by the end of the day, just when I need it by. I think I do have a timer, a sand timer in one of my games. I could steal it from that. But yeah, I think I'll just use maybe my phone timer for now. And yeah, let's not get distracted and order a sand timer on Amazon right now. Especially because that might end up with me revealing a password. Okay, so show about persistence and creativity, challenging. Okay, so this is more like the schedule now. Scenarios, what is it about? 30 minutes. This is going to be hard to keep under 30 minutes right now. And we're going to say like all questions, all questions are open-ended, not multiple choice. And I think we can just have like 3. Okay. So we're gonna just like describe the general scenario. Um, dig right into the first challenge. Okay, so I think we're gonna have first challenge, possible power up. Second challenge, third challenge, possible power up, and fourth challenge, and then we're gonna have final challenge. We'll say fifth final challenge. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Third, and we're gonna say first, big challenge. Third is a big challenge. Final challenge. This will be a hard choice between two mutually appealing, mutually appealing options. A hard choice between two mutually appealing, I guess. I don't want them necessarily to be good, but I think appealing is good. Okay, and then your final fate. A description of your final fate. Have the guests describe how they feel and where to find them online. Let's actually like what is your real startup? Where to find you online? I guess actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep this at the end. Where to find the guest online. Website, social media, project. Let's say like project website and like social media account. We'll say one project website, one social media account. Okay. Yeah, or like let's call them adventurers. Adventurer describes how they feel. Um, After the ordeal. Okay, let's check Twitter really quick to see if Nikhil responded. See what he has to say. Nothing yet, I think. Oh no, we got it. Talking to customers and pinning down exactly what problems they have and what they need. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Talking to customers. Okay. Do you talk to a lot of customers? Be honest. Or none really yet. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, I actually thought of another scenario here, which is that product, which I think is like a really good one. There's a couple of really good ones actually here for developers. So one is that like your product is finished and works really well, but no one is using, but like no one has signed up. The other one is like your product fulfills a need or like your product like solves an important problem. But but no one's using it. How about, but like, I don't know, these are all similar. Your product is finished and works really well, but no one has signed up yet. Your problem solves an important problem, but you don't know how to find the people it solves it for. Um, and then I think there's like, your product is outstanding in every way, but you have no experience in marketing or sales. Okay, Nikhil hasn't quite responded yet. That's fine. Talking to customers and pinning down exactly what, I mean, like we need to go deep here. Um, so yeah, we need him to answer that. Also, like, like we need a pretty big challenge to work through on the podcast. Also, are you okay with me live streaming this conversation? I'm pretty sure I only have 0 to 1 viewers. Um, okay, cool. Okay, but you have no experience in marketing or sales. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, and we're gonna go back to the roles. So role for level of challenge. This is, what is this? Oh, the whole episode. I put WoW episode. Very confusing. Hard mode, normal mode, lucky mode. I don't like that. I'm gonna say like you have to try really hard to solve most problems. Um, I'm gonna say like sometimes problems uh, resolve themselves. Um, you have to work really hard, but sometimes problems resolve themselves. And then the lucky mode is like, um, things tend to work out. Uh, you have to work really hard, but things tend to work out. Okay, so this is like level of effort, we'll say. Level, yeah, we can say level of challenge. It's the same thing. Um, Office, and we're gonna say this is more to do with, like, what does this have to do with, right? If you're working from home separately compared to if you're working out of a massive loft, um, I think it has more to do with like, is this real? Are we really doing this? Um, yeah, does it feel like a real um company? I mean, I guess funding has to do, like, if I had, for example, $10 million in funding, but we were all working from home separately, that would feel real, right? And if we were working out of a massive loft, but we were all bootstrapping with no savings, um, that would feel less real. So I'm not sure what this office space has to do with it exactly. I think it does have to do with like the ease of communication, um, the ease of communication and like the team cohesion and like how real it feels. Um, yeah, I don't know if I want to have like work from home separately being the hardest one here. Um, I'm gonna say like ease, it's not ease of communication. It's like, I guess like how the thing is I already have this here, but I'm gonna say like morale. I guess morale is a good one. I'm gonna say like happiness slash morale. Um, and I'm not gonna make it about where you work. Um, I think it's more gonna be about um, yeah, just like how engaged. I mean, this is the engaged one down here. Um, I guess like how real it feels, right? That's really what I want. So, how real it feels. If it doesn't feel that real for people, I'm gonna say like people mostly work on their own and don't collaborate. Uh, that's not necessarily a bad thing though. I don't know. It can be a bad thing, but like if you lock yourself in a room for like 2 weeks to like finish a project and you're feeling really like inspired and everything, that's not a really bad thing. I don't really feel like that's a bad thing. I'm gonna say this is team effectiveness. I don't know. This is it's like so non I actually don't want to have that be I want to have this be like team motivation and this is like team cohesion. Okay, so this is like people work on their own and don't collaborate. And then this is like the team feels the team like comes together during challenges and supports each other's work styles. And then this is going to be like people that work on their own and don't collaborate. Like I'm going to say like friendliness. People work on their own and don't collaborate. The team comes together during challenges and supports each other's work styles and emotional health. Um, the team likes working together. Um, but only cares about work. Um, and I'm going to say up here, people tend to, I don't know, teasing isn't like a bad thing, but I think it can be a signal that there's not a lot of team cohesion. I don't know. People tend to, how about like people work together on important projects, um, but avoid each other otherwise. And then let's say the team uh, has periods of cohesion and period. Oops, I didn't mean to move that. And periods of I mean that actually sounds healthy. Periods of cohesion and periods of separation. That sounds like the healthiest, right? That sounds like the up one. People work together on important projects. The team likes working together, but mostly cares about work. Um, Again together, and we're gonna say like the team. Uh, yeah, let's actually put this on the middle one, and then we're gonna say like the team genuinely likes each other and supports the team genuinely likes each other and supports everyone um emotionally uh the team genuinely likes each other and supports everyone emotionally and we'll say psychologically, and that's actually going to be the top one. And then this one is going to be here, and we're going to say the team comes together during challenges and supports each other's work styles. The team likes working together, but cares only about getting stuff done. Oops. Why isn't this? Oops, it's I pressed command control shift S instead of whatever. Okay. So the top one is, or the most challenging one is people work on their own and don't collaborate, and we're gonna just say ever. People work together on important projects but avoid each other otherwise. The team likes working together but cares only about getting stuff done. Um, the team comes together during challenges and supports each other's work styles. Um, the team comes together during challenges uh, and supports each other's work styles and emotional health. We'll say basic. Yeah, we'll say basic. Basic emotional health, um, well-being. I don't know if well-being is one word. Uh, well-being. Well, one word or two. Ah, no response from Nikhil. What the heck? Okay. Um, the team genuinely likes each other and supports everyone emotionally and supports the team genuinely likes each other. Let's say everyone on the team likes each other's company, and supports each other's emotional health and supports each other because they genuinely care. Okay, everyone on the team likes each other's company and supports each other because they genuinely care. Leadership is solo, met co-founder at a bar. might be unpredictable. We'll say unpredictable relationship. Solo, all on your shoulders. Or co-founders, hard to navigate at times. Best friend, co-founder, genuinely care, but sometimes butt heads, disagree, support each other perfectly. Okay. Support each other's roles perfectly. Team motivation, they come to work and get some stuff done, but have a hard time with big projects. Hard to get them working, but really productive. But have a really productive week every 3 weeks. Lacks direction, but very motivated. Okay, so actually this I don't like because this has to do with the direction of the company, not team motivation. Let's say like very motivated, um, but um, any challenge, we'll say. Very motivated, but how about very motivated as long as they're, I don't know. How about just like very motivated, but um, what is it? It's not that they're unskilled, right? I guess this doesn't have to do with the team skill, and I don't really want to talk about the team skill. I have a hard time with big projects. It's hard to get them working, but they have a really productive week every 3 weeks. They're very motivated, but um, yeah, how about but not on Fridays. We'll just say yeah, but not on Fridays. Very motivated, but not on Fridays. Um, or after 5 p.m. Um, good friends can work through any challenge given uh, a couple weeks. Focus, high achieving, good camaraderie. Um, yeah, that's fine. Funding, bootstrapping, no savings, have some freelance gigs on the side. You and your team have savings, but will run out in 6 months. That will run out in 6 months. Angel investment that gives you 1 year of runway. VC round that gives you 2 years of runway. As well as support for a larger team. We didn't talk about team size, but that's fine. Your parents know some people, so you have no problem raising a large round that gives you 5 years runway. That's the dream, isn't it? Okay. Events, disaster, fun disaster. Your friend or coworker fucked or co-found, we'll say coworker, messed up. You won a bad prize. You got hurt emotionally by a teammate. You got hurt by a competitor but fought back. You're on top of the world. Um, but things return to normal quickly. You won something. You won something, but not sure what yet. Um, how about like you won something that brings the team together to celebrate? You're getting close to solving you're getting close to something you can feel it exciting. Okay, so like let's say the event is customers don't understand what your product does. I'm not sure if we're gonna if we're gonna need these event roles. I'm not sure exactly what they are for if the questions are open-ended. Oh, oh, it's to choose the type of event. Yeah. It's not to choose the result of the event. Okay, so you won something that brings the team close, or overcame something that brings the team together to celebrate. You're getting close to, let's say, product market fit, because that's the dream, right? You can feel it, exciting. Um, Everything is going perfectly, better than ever, better than imagined. Um, yeah, everything is going perfectly better than imagined. That's fine. Okay, cool. So this is for choosing the scenarios. Now we need to have some kind of table of scenarios. But what I would really like is the minute by minute. So let's just check in real quick here. Oh, Mikhail didn't respond yet. Huh. Oh, that's a good question. Revision tool. Revision? What? I don't know what revision. Revision tool. Okay. Let's see. Um, I'm live streaming now. If you stop by the stream, I'll review this. I'll review the thread and send me a message in chat. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm not sure why Nikhil isn't responding. Okay. So let's see. Am I getting chatting messages? No. So if they, I guess if they come, they'll be the first to test it. Okay, so we got dev RPG. Okay, yeah, so we need minute by minute. So we're gonna say, I think this can take 3 minutes. Rules and what you're rewarded for. This can take 3 minutes. So we can have 10 3-minute things. So let's just say this is 3 minutes. Choose between 3 startup ideas. This has to be, I don't know, this is 3 minutes too. I don't know what to say. Um, so we have 4 so far. This can take 1 minute. This can take 2 minutes, so that adds up to 3 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 so far. Hey, Sorby, you came. Are you the one with the Twitter thread? Because I will review that. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna let you know what I think about this Zorby app. I see you signed up with the name of your app. Okay, so first of all, this doesn't like start off with the benefit to your audience, right? So you're talking about you. It's kind of interesting, but it doesn't have like a lot of like even if you're just talking about you, you need some kind of challenge here that's interesting, right? So like, are you running out of money? Or is this like your last chance to like release something that's profitable? Like, what's the challenge? What's the interesting part? But even better than making about you is making about your audience. The next thing is you call it a revision tool. I actually have never heard of a revision tool. I assumed it meant like revising like a piece of content, like a piece of writing. I think it probably means something else where you're from. Maybe you're from the UK or something, and revision means like testing or something, or learning, but it doesn't mean that to me. Um, and then we just launched a product hunt. So what I would actually put at the top, because other founders are going to care about it, is like some red alerts, like the alert emoji, and then just say like product hunt launch or launch alert, something like that. Also, someone to learn from here is Alyssa X. You probably heard of her, but she does some massively beautiful Twitter posts. She puts a lot of effort into them. Um, and you'll notice that like one of her first things is like either the challenge or that it's a launch, right? So she says like it's live, right? What if Google Maps had real-time collaboration? Improve your long-term memory while browsing the web, right? Like that's the main benefit. And I know she spends a decent amount of time writing the content for these, but she also spends a lot of time making the GIFs. Like this one, for example, is like friggin' beautiful, and she did this all herself. Now you don't need like an amazing GIF, and you guys already have like a GIF that's actually pretty nice, to be honest. Um, so is this, but it's not a GIF. I would make it a GIF because I think, do GIFs autoplay sometimes? I feel like maybe there's a time I really wish I knew that someone should like write this about Twitter, like whether GIFs autoplay. Um, the next thing is, so in your actual thread, so yeah, first of all, start off with the challenge or say that it's a launch. Next, focus on the benefit that you're providing to your audience, not the thing about you. Um, and then the strategies we'll use in real time. This doesn't sound that interesting to me. I would much rather have something that's going to be like, I'm going to teach you how to have a successful launch like us. Or like, I don't know, I'm going to share I don't know, like sharing everything you learned, it's like it doesn't have a benefit in it. Like, again, and I'm not the best at this, but just going back to Alyssa X, like the most powerful screen recorder for Chrome, the web-based collaborative audio editor for everyone. Like, these are compelling, like really interesting things. Create animated mockups in the browser. Um, and a lot of what she does, I don't know, is open source, so it adds some extra things to it. But I would actually even make this a separate thread. I think your launch post should be separate than your learnings post. And then I would say, unless you have a successful launch, people aren't going to be too interested in your strategies. So I would like describe this more as like, why we made this tool, why we think there's a need, how we research the market, how we talk to our customers, stuff like that. And then like when you go right into and just send another message to just tell me that you're listening, so I'm not talking to no one. Um, but like the way you start each of these is not interesting, right? So like this tweet, here's our initial plan. You really don't want to start with that. You want to start with like the benefit I'm going to get from reading this content because there's so much content online. Okay, awesome. Um, yeah, there's so much content online that like when you start with like here's our initial plan, it's like I'm getting bored right away. Like literally, if I go to the YouTube homepage, there's going to be 20 things that are more interesting than that, right? So like, what is it your initial plan for? What are you trying to accomplish? Put that first, right? So like, let's read the rest of the post. Post everywhere, contact everyone, create virality through an exclusive code that gives PH users a badge and trivia deck, segment our users and influence by time zone, email them for support. And now I'm just making shit up like this thread. Okay, so uh I would say like maybe like I don't know, like the thing is like if you haven't proved virality yet, it feels dishonest to say that you can promise virality here. So instead, like I would say like our attempt to make our product go viral, right? Like here's what we did to like try to make our product go viral. And then I would like if you're making shit up, right? Like that's fine. Everyone does that, right? I do that, everyone does that. But like instead of this, ask for advice, be like, I don't know if these are the best ways to go viral. Like, what would you do? What's your suggestion? Then this is like just talking about like what you did. It's not talking about the result, right? So soft launching last week, that's not interesting. But if you start with this is interesting, right? Like how we got 650 upvotes and 88 comments on Reddit. This is what we did. We did a soft launch, right? So you're starting with the stats. People love stats. Like honestly, like if you included just like these stats in your launch post about like um like we soft launched Reddit last week and we got this. Like, can you help us beat that? Like that's more interesting because people are seeing success. They're seeing a sign of success. They're seeing a sign that this is a valuable thing to people. Um, and I think this screenshot is too small, honestly. I want to like see the full title. That's just me though. But like I don't know. It's not like interesting. And also like zoom in your browser, right? So it's not blurry. Like this is a super blurry, low quality screenshot, but like if I go to Reddit, hopefully I don't know, whatever, maybe I'm logged in. But if I zoom in, um, and then take the screenshot, like the icons and stuff aren't going to be blurry, right? So if I take the screenshot now, right? The text and the icons aren't blurry because I zoomed in. But your screenshot's blurry because you didn't zoom in before taking the screenshot. Um, oh, also, this is like a very small thing, but I think it would actually be better if you unclicked your upvote just temporarily to take the screenshot. I don't know why. Just for me, that's a really small thing. It really doesn't matter. It's kind of stupid actually, but but I like it better if it's like, oh, you didn't have anything to do with. I don't know. It's just kind of a small thing. It's super small. Fix bugs from soft launch, build relationships. So like I don't want to know about any of this. I want to know like, okay, when you fix those bugs, what did customers say? What did customers say? So I want to know the results right away. So like include like a quote from a customer and then like then say how you got there, right? So you fix the bugs. Build relationships. Yeah, this isn't like that interesting. I want to know the feedback. I don't want to know I don't want to know about how you did it first. I want to know what the result was. Retweeted us. Folks, yeah, okay. So like again, include the stats first, then um yeah, then include like and I want specific advice. Like even just copy um what this person said, what Matthew said or what Noah said. Like I would rather have that here than this like random number one product video. Uh just because like at this point, if I'm reading this far, I'm invested in your launch and I want to know like what is it? Is it gonna be cool? Is it gonna be worth signing up for, right? Because like every time I'm gonna sign up for a new product, even if I'm just giving them my email address, it has to be worth that, right? Because I get so much spam and stuff. So like what I'm getting from this thread is like honestly, if you would have started with this Reddit stuff, with the 650 upvotes, that immediately creates a lot of social proof for me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is a cool idea. A lot of people on Reddit liked it. I respect Reddit. I respect people on Reddit. I'm gonna want to check it out, right? At least click through to it. And then if down here you tell me that Noah said this is a really cool idea or whatever, I respect Noah. That's gonna make me want to download it more. Also, you mentioned the wrong Noah Bragg. This guy has 0 followers, so it's definitely not the right person. Um, and I think again, yeah, you mentioned the wrong one. It's Noah W. Bragg. I went through my I think if you mention him, he'll be more likely to like it. Although he probably did like this, because shoot, because you retweeted him. Yeah, he did end up liking it. I'm surprised he didn't tell you that you mentioned the wrong one. Post everywhere. Yeah. I mean, the thing is like you got to choose what's the point of this, right? Like what did you accomplish, right? The posts are doing well. Um, dude, this is awesome. Like you got 60 freaking upvotes on LinkedIn and 10 comments and 810 views. Like that's awesome. Tell me about the LinkedIn thing. Tell me about the Reddit thing. Like right out the top. Maybe not on the first tweet. Um, but like how like what I would describe this thread as is like how we're going to like have an excellent launch on Product Hunt by soft launching on other networks first. That's a unique strategy. I haven't heard that before. It sounds genius, and it's what you did, right? So like you have a lot of social capital from Reddit. You have a lot of social capital from LinkedIn and maybe from some earlier Twitter posts. Tell me about those like right away and then make this whole thread about that and why you did that and how you were thinking about it. And as far as like this virality stuff, it hasn't been proven yet. Unless it has been, if it hasn't been proven yet, don't tell me about it, right? But you have all this stuff that is proven. You have the Reddit post, you have the LinkedIn post. Tell me about that. That's already proven, right? Don't tell me about this virality stuff until it works. Don't tell me about this segment stuff until it works. Don't tell me about the soft launch or no, the building relationships unless you're telling me what they said about it and that thing is a good thing. Don't tell me about Noah Bragg unless you're telling me about what he said about it. Um, and yeah, don't tell me that Noah Bragg quote tweeted you, right? Because then you're just name dropping, right? And don't tell me about how many followers he has. If I'm following you, I'm probably following Noah Bragg, right? Like he's pretty well known in this space. He's got 6,000 followers. Probably a lot of those are indie hackers. Don't name drop him and tell me how many followers he has. Tell me what it meant to you, right? Like, where are you in your process of starting a startup, and what does it mean to you that Noah Bragg um, retweeted you, right? Like, that means something to you, right? It's a cool, it's a really fun, awesome, meaningful thing that's going to make it so that your product has a much better chance of success. And not just that you're grateful, but like, um, I don't know, what would it mean to me if Noah Bragg retweeted me? Like, I would be like the king of fucking Notion, like retweeted my Notion product, right? Like, how is that for validation? Like, that's the ultimate validation. This guy's like an expert at Notion, right? Um, and then like even more examples. Do not ever put something like this. Like literally, like just have one comment, like copy one comment from LinkedIn or one copy from the Discord and post that here instead of even more examples, right? And then like just screenshot that one quote. It's so much better to just have, and like I don't care about your posts. I really do not care about your posts. Like it's this is cool, like seeing all of these like likes and 100s. Sure, screen cap that, but like I don't care about your posts on other sites, right? What I care about is what people said about them, right? So like what did they respond with, right? And choosing one of those things, one of those quotes is so much better than these like high level screenshots. I have no idea what's going on here. Like these are so many like random screenshots until I click into them. Like I have no idea that this is 60 likes on LinkedIn. Like honestly, get close, screenshot that, and then post that instead. But more than that, like post a single comment. You must have gotten some great comments on LinkedIn. Um, yeah, so that's my advice. And like just make this more focused, right? Like I was saying, like we're gonna succeed on Product Hunt because we soft launched on 3 other networks and built up, a lot of social capital. You wouldn't say it exactly like that, but like that's our launch strategy. Um, and then keep everything in the thread focused on that one strategy, on that one thing, instead of like just telling me like random stuff, right? Because like you're like what like if I look at this first tweet, right? I should be able to understand this last tweet just by context. But this is just saying even more examples. What does that mean? I don't know. I have no idea what these examples are going to be about because your first tweet didn't give me any context about it. Like maybe it's about Product Hunt. I don't know. But if you tell me right away, your strategy is soft launching on these other places, and then you say, oh, I have some more examples, even though this is really bad text, in my opinion, it still gives me enough context to be like, oh, this is probably his soft launches on those other websites just because of the context, right? And then like revisit some old friends. I don't care about this. I don't care about any of this because it should all be in service of that first topic, that overall topic. Okay, that's my advice. I hope it's good. I don't know. I sometimes I come off as like more certain than I am. I hope that uh oh, I just finished, but I'll tell him anyways. Um, or, but I just finished reviewing it. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got. I think it's pretty good advice, but yeah, let me know what you think, if that's useful to you. Also, it seems like you're doing pretty good. Dude, screenshot this, dude. Screenshot this and post this on Twitter right now. Like, seriously. Like for the past month, this guy's been using this, and it's the best flashcard app he's ever used. Like, screenshot that and post that to Twitter. Also, if you can, get him to mention like which other flashcard apps he's used. Um, because for me, there are, I don't know, one comes to mind. There's this one that's super, super popular. Uh, Abbott Costello, welcome to the chat. I really appreciate it. It's not Brainscape. Where the heck is it? It was like super, super popular for a while, right? Study Blue, that wasn't it. Quizlet. Quizlet, that's the one I think about. So like if this guy's used Quizlet, that would be awesome if you could be like, this is better than Quizlet, right? Um, yeah. I would be screenshotting some of these. Um, especially that first one. Yeah, that's the best one you have. Um, like who cares about how good it looked? I mean, like not that this isn't a very nice this is a very, very nice thing to say, but like from a potential customer or user perspective, this is a much better testimonial. Um, okay. Well, anyways, that's all I got. Yeah, but you do have the proven stuff. Like you did soft launch on other networks before launching on Product Hunt, which is probably a lot of the reason why you got a lot of upvotes here. Also, dude, if you haven't, like, mention like your launch on those threads. Like post, um, maybe not on Reddit because they're like more strict about it. But you could private message a few of the people on Reddit, honestly. Maybe just like three of them, like the ones that seem the most excited about it. Just tell them that you're launching on Product Hunt and you know if they would want to support you. But definitely comment on the LinkedIn post and be like, hey, we're live on Product Hunt now if anyone wants to check it out. Because it's possible it'll like show up on the notifications and you get a few more upvotes. Um, but it's you know what? I haven't even tried the product. Let's see. Let's go and get it. Try Zorby. Add to Chrome. You got five. I would screenshot this too. 2,000 users and 11 5 stars. That's something to brag about, in my opinion. Oh, also, I don't know if it's worth it or like if she'll respond, but like Alyssa X did just release something similar. If you could get her testimonial, like that would be amazing. But she just released this one, right? Cardin, which is a similar thing. It's a, I don't know, she might not uh want to, but I don't know. It'd be worth reaching out to her, just seeing what she thinks in like a genuine way. Like I wouldn't link the product hunt to her. I would just like ask her what she thinks of Zorby and like if she would consider using it. But also I would mention Cardin. I would mention Cardin first and like start the conversation there. I would not mention your product until like a few messages in after she's responded. Um, so select any text, send to our editor via these hotkeys, add the card. Okay, so Dex, new deck. Yeah, this is nice. Like very nicely designed. So we're gonna say web dev. Do this. Yeah, that's a nice animation. You'd also talk about the tech stack, or like what I'm most interested in when I see your post. The thing that intrigues me the most, um, uh, the thing that intrigues me the most is when you say 6 months ago I left big tech to work on Zorby with some friends. Like that's not a normal thing. I want to know like who are those friends? What big tech did you leave? Why Zorby? Like, do you feel like this market, is ripe for disruption? Do you think there's a lot of money there? Are you just doing it for fun? Like, were you unsatisfied with earlier flashcard apps? Like this statement has a lot in it. Like I'm really curious about it, honestly. Um, like 6 months ago, so I'm imagining you saved us some money because you were working on big tech. I am imagining that you're concerned a little bit about runway at this point. Um, so I would be interested in that. Some friends, after 6 months, I would imagine there's been some challenges with them in terms of like, are we going to keep going? Is this the right product direction? Um, what are we going to work on next? Like, how are we going to make money on this? What is like the team dynamics? Do you have marketing and salespeople? Like what's going on? And then, yeah, revision tool, I would just say like Flash Paradigm or like space repetition tool. Um, but yeah, let's add some cards. So we're gonna say, this is cool. I like this. I'm not sure I'm super excited about the rich text editing. It feels a little busy. I would prefer that be hidden by default, and then it's like an option, like a toggle I can turn on. But that's just my thing. What are prototypes? And then we're gonna say, so this is a web development. What are JS prototypes? They're a way of extending the behavior of, I guess, like object instances. I don't know. Something like that. What is CSS? A way to style an HTML page. And then if we do, how do we learn topics? Oh, this is nice. Topic, so we're gonna say like JS create. Yeah, that's nice. You guys put some thought into that. Creating and it stays up. I was expecting it to go away. That's smart. Cancel. I would expect this to say done. Not sure why that says cancel. Clear selected? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I can only select one topic? Wait, what? CSS. Okay, I don't know what this is. So I know I can create a new topic. I can assign, so this says topics, so I would expect this to be able to select multiple topics. I'm not sure what this this add button is for oh, I get it. I get it now. Very confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but I get it now. So each of these cards, these topics are not for the deck as a whole. Uh, yeah, no, I get it now. So yeah, yeah, I would just change that to topic for now. But but yeah, it's just for the card and it's only before you add it. Yeah, to be honest, I thought these topics were for the entire deck. I don't know why. And then I thought this add button was related to the topics because it's so close to the topics drop down. Um, and then clear selected so I would rather this cancel button be called done, and then clear selected, I would prefer that not to be there, and I would prefer to just be able to select like no topic. So I would prefer like there be like a no topic option here, and then I can select that instead. But I don't know, that's a small thing. So how do I take this? Wait, I'm learning anonymously. I didn't create an account yet. That's pretty cool. This is very nice. Like you guys did a really good job with this. A lot of, yeah, totally. Yeah, don't fix this now. Don't even pay attention to me right now. Come back to this later. Are you sure you want to go back? Your card is not saved. How do I save it? Do I have to sign up for an account? Oh, to save your progress so far. Back to deck. Wait, my card is not saved, right? Because I'm working on a card. That's fine. So how do I learn? To do. To do? To do? What? Review for 5 minutes. Okay, cool. What are JS prototypes? They are things to extend the behavior of objects. Sure, it was okay. What is CSS? Wait a second, yeah, easy. Background news, product hunt, friend, poster, other. How do you not have Twitter here? No, just kidding. That's pretty sweet. I like it. I'm not going to sign up right now because I'd have to open up my password manager, and I've run into issues with that before while live streaming. But I will sign up later. Really good job with this. You need some testimonials. Yeah, put like you have a really good testimonial from Product Hunt, and you have a really good testimonial from Noah Bragg. I would put like a couple testimonials right here. Like copy this exact testimonial section you have down here, and add two new ones to the top of the page. I think that will make a difference to your signups. Or even like honestly, just move these testimonials to the top of the page. Do so much while keeping things simple. I barely know about what I'm going to say. I barely think I just check on my Pomodoro and go to Zorbiat. This could be a little tighter. At the start, I didn't know how it works, but now it feels like I'm learning. Yeah, delete this. That's like it's normal for someone to not know how it works, right? But just say like it feels like I'm learning 2 times faster now. I put my trust in it for a few weeks, and my mid-semester test became 10 times easier. This is a great testimonial. This first part is like whatever. And then you have the best flashcard app he's ever used. Like ask this guy if you can use this, and then just like put this here, even in place of this. Um, Yeah, and I guess like ask her if you can modify this to like to this part where you say, I barely think about what I'm going to study now. I just go to the Zorby app, right? Remove this part about the Pomodoro timer. Like that is such a good testimonial. I barely think what I'm going to study now. I just go to the Zorby app. That's a really good one. If you just cut that down. The thing about testimonials is like no one's like gonna read them unless they're super short and to the point. And you have like some filler space here that that doesn't really matter. Okay, that's all I got. I'm gonna end my live stream now, or actually soon. Sorry, I gotta finish planning my podcast. But good luck with the launch, dude. Um, it's really awesome. Um, glad to help. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna just finish doing this thing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes so far. So we're gonna just say like 1 minute here. I guess we have to do 2 minutes for each of the challenges if we're gonna make this work. Then we can do 3 minutes for the final challenge. 1 minute for the. Oh, by the way, sorry, one more thing. If you want to be on my podcast, Um, totally up to you. It's like don't think of it as like a returning the favor thing. Like you don't owe me anything. Like honestly, uh it was good content for the stream, and I think I got like 2 more viewers, so I appreciate it. But if you want to check out this podcast, it's for founders and indie hackers. It's just a fun thing. It's just kind of like a role-playing game where you get to pretend you're a developer at a super successful startup that's about to reach success, but you have to solve one challenge. And what that challenge is gonna be is the challenge you're facing in your current startup. So whatever issue you feel like you're, facing right now, whether it's not enough customer research or not enough funding, we'll talk about that challenge in the podcast and try to get you to work through that with like a series of questions. It's only a half an hour. It's supposed to be mostly just like fun and joking around. But yeah, if you want to do that, let me know, and we can set that up. But no pressure, absolutely no pressure. It's just a fun thing. Okay, we're gonna do 1 minute here, and then where to find the guests online. We'll do 1 minute. So let's count these up. Can we do this in 2 minutes? Yeah, we can do that in 2 minutes. We'll do that in 3 minutes. We'll do this in 2 minutes. Okay, let's count it up and see if we barely. I am not convinced I can keep these all under 2 minutes or 1 minute. We might have to cut out some of the challenges or do the rolls ahead of time. But okay, so 4, uh, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that'll be 25 minutes. Yeah, we can try to do it. And I'll just set a timer. Um, yeah, I guess let's try to keep that under 1 minute. So this will be like the first group. This will be the second group. So we'll try to keep these like each to 3 minutes. Um, okay, awesome. Okay, sounds good. Um, yeah, it'd be really fun to have you on, or if one of your teammates is interested, let me know about that too. But yeah, I'll release the first episode hopefully within a couple of weeks, and you can check that out, and we can take it from there. Okay, so 1, 2, then we're gonna have 3. Uh, so how many sections can we have? We can have, so if they're each 3 minutes, we can have 10 seconds. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make each of these 1 and these 2 minutes. So the small challenges will be 1 minute each. I don't know if that's gonna work, to be honest. I want the challenges to be longer. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to split these into 3-minute segments. Maybe 5-minute segments. We can do that in 5 minutes. And then we can do this. So if it's 5-minute segments, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay. And we have 5 minutes to talk through this. 2 minutes and 3 minutes, I guess. 2 minutes and 3 minutes. Oh, the final challenge should be bigger. Okay, I don't know. I want to simplify this a little bit. It's like I want to feel like this can be super fast. And I want to give them enough time at the beginning to like really sink in to like what their startup is and talk about like what their main challenge is. So let's do that. Then we're gonna do the setup. Okay, so we're gonna say like intro, then we're gonna have setup. Um, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna be 5 minutes, but let's just say this is 5 minutes. Um, so we have the intro, we have the setup. We don't need to have this, what success looks like. Yeah, I'm fine with not having that be something. And then the rules and what you're rewarded for. Yeah, and we don't need to talk about the power-ups at the beginning. I can just say like you got a power up. Um, possible power-ups. Okay. So we've got, what is your real starter? What is the main, what is your main challenge right now? Rules and what you're rewarded for, roll for these things. And we'll say like choose startup idea. And we'll say 3 possible startup ideas. Okay, and I think, yeah, we're just gonna go right into the first challenge. Yeah, and we're just actually just gonna talk about the rules. We're not gonna say what you're rewarded for. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna just name this superpowers, and we're gonna paste those in there. Okay. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. I mean, we'll have it up here, but we're not gonna talk about it. Okay, cool. So we have the intro, we have the setup, we have the first big challenge. I think we're just gonna have 3 big challenges. So we're gonna have big challenge, then 5 minutes, big challenge. There's gonna be no small challenges. So there's gonna be a big challenge, and then we're gonna have 5 minutes, and we're gonna say the final challenge, which is a big choice. Okay. And then we're gonna say conclusion. Sorry, I'm not zoomed in here. I should be more zoomed in with the text, so if anyone's here, they can see it. And I want to change my font. My font is kind of ugly right now. Okay, so we're gonna say conclusion. Let's think of a different word for this. I can be conclusion. I don't care. Final challenge, and we're gonna say like the climax. This is just gonna be like a challenge. Challenge. This is gonna be rising action, or what is it called in a story? It's like the first. No, it's not the rising action. It's like the first disruption. We're gonna say first disruption because that's like how I think about it. And then the middle challenge is, yeah, we're not gonna worry too much. Yeah, this is gonna be like, so first disruption, and then like first like turnabout or complexity, or like like unexpected. We're gonna say turnabout. What is a turnabout? Fine turnabout. A sudden and complete change or reversal of policy, opinion, or situation. Perfect. That's what we want. Okay, first turnabout. And then we have the climax and the conclusion. So do we have 6 sections here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Looks like we've got a win. Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming. It's 11:30. Thank you for stopping by, for whoever did, and I'll be online again tomorrow, I believe. Yes, I'll be online tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the recording, the live recording of the first episode of the Dev RPG podcast, which is exactly what we were planning all today. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you guys later.